The first guy I want to bring on is a friend of mine, Isaac Miller from Searcy, Arkansas. Isaac he's a student at Harding University, where he's a two-sport athlete. He played on the 2023 Division II National Champion Harding Buffaloes football team, and now he's transitioned in his senior year to track and field. So, Isaac, tell these guys what has happened with you.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I got on the patches August 10th last year, and all the things he was talking about, not underplaying any of these, but the sleep, the stamina, the energy, I felt that pretty quickly, which was a blessing. But when I started the patches, I was 185 pounds, 6% body fat, and just the only thing I changed was patching. And in 4 weeks, I was 193 pounds, 3.3% body fat. So I thought that was amazing because I've always been, the skinny little receiver out there trying to put on muscle. And as an athlete, you have unfortunate things happen to you sometimes. And 4 weeks ago, I had a little freak accident in the long jump pit, just tore my hamstring, unlucky step. But I started patching right on it, just started slapping them on my hamstring. And 4 days, I was running 80% speed after patching. And then 1 week, it was about 7.5 days, I was 100% speed. And rewind 2 years ago in spring ball, when I did that, that took me 6 weeks to fully be back to 100%. And the only thing I changed was the patches. I was cupping, ice bathing, dry needling, everything I could do. And I'm on an animal-based diet. I'm always cold plunging, grounding, trying to do everything to get a little extra edge. And this is it. This really is it. That's why they call it that team. But if you're an athlete or a non-athlete, like, you got to give this 6 months to a year and just watch what it does for your body, because it's amazing. It just activates your body to get all the stuff going.
Hey, well, I know there's something else wasn't it with your shoulder? I don't quite remember. You had an injury. You overcame something too, though. Tell everybody that real quick too, from
Yes,
football.
sir. I've had 5 upper body injuries from my sophomore year of high school through about a year and a half ago. And it's just been lingering pain. I can't really bench press more than 135 pounds. And I think it was a month after of patching with the 39. I repped out 225 for 11 reps. And I was like, what the heck? That hasn't happened for a long time, which isn't like crazy or anything. But for me, that was awesome. And then I got no pain, mobility. I have a plate still on my shoulder, and it doesn't bother me when I put like a heavy backpack on. So it's awesome.
All right. Hello, I'm Dante Brooks. I'm 19 years old and I'm an athlete. So here, we got some before and after pictures, using the patches. So I started using the patches in, December of 2023. And so, as an athlete, I work out all the time, sometimes upwards of 3 times a day. And, that could be really taxing on the body. So here we have a before and an after. Me working out every single day, I couldn't seem to get rid of this excess like fat, or build that muscle that I was really wanting to build. And so after using the patches, a couple months after using the patches, I just started realizing, like, I was getting a lot more lean. I was building muscle a lot easier than when I wasn't using the patches at all. My eating schedule, eating regimen, everything was kind of the same. The only thing that changed is I used the an X39, and I mean, you could see the difference there. So that was a big game changer for me. Another thing is that I noticed is, within my workouts, I'm like, usually you get tired because you're working so intense. I was realizing, like, man, I'm really not getting as winded as I normally do, whenever I would work out without these patches. That, and on top of just the recovery and not being sore for as long afterwards. And sometimes, I mean, I barely get sore anymore using these patches. It's really a game changer for an athlete. Another one that's more kind of personalized to me is, I've lived with asthma for basically my whole entire life. I would be bedridden for like 2 weeks. My mom would have to take care of me, and it would get really bad, especially around allergy season. I just feel like I got a boulder on my chest. And so one month I had a basketball tournament and we were going to Texas to play in front of a whole bunch of college coaches. And I started getting that boulder feeling on my chest. I'm like, oh man, I can't, having asthma right now isn't really the plan. So my mom saw that and we did a little patching protocol for asthma. And it was, so she, she puts it where the patches tell her to put them. Um, and like instantly it was like a boulder was like lifted off of my chest, and my asthma, I mean, ever since that day, I've never had asthma. Now I like to do things like run. I'm gonna go on a run after this. I know it's late, but you know, kind of I like running. I didn't know I liked that before because my asthma. So yeah, that's awesome. I no asthma anymore. And then lastly, I would say the allergies bit. Ever since I was 13, every day I would take allergy pills, which isn't very good for your body. So ever since taking these patches, my allergies lessened like significantly, and I just I don't take allergy pills anymore. So the patches have done a lot for me. So thank you.
That's fantastic, Dante. Thanks for sharing that powerful story with everybody. You're an amazing athlete, and it's an amazing story. Love that transformation.
Hey guys, I'm TJ McDaniel. As you know, my dad introduced me earlier. I am a former Division I running back for the SMU Mustangs, and also a men's online one-on-one transformation coach. So I help men transform inside and out through nutrition and fitness. And when it comes to my athletes, I get every single one of my guys on this to maximize results. It's just something that's a must. If it's one thing that you're going to get on, you're getting on patches. So right right now, when I started really using the patches whenever I was at SMU, it was my senior year. My parents just kind of placed these in front of me and gave me direction on how to use it. So I just started using them, not really knowing what they were. And I was feeling results from really from the get-go. After 18 years of taking hits and going through workouts and practices every single day, year after year, you feel the soreness, and you know what that soreness feels like day after day. So after wearing these patches, the first thing I noticed was my soreness was gone. I could go into the next day and I would feel absolutely zero soreness. And with putting my body and pushing my body to the limits every single day, you usually have a little ounce of soreness, but when you can put these patches on and not feel an ounce of soreness, you know that it's true and you can really believe it. So now I wear the X39 every single day. But my biggest story is really when I was at Northern Arizona, I had dislocated my toe after the first game against Arizona. I dislocated my toe and I tore my plantar plate. So I had zero power that I was able to produce out of my big toe. I wasn't even able to walk. I was literally walking flat-footed on my right foot because I could not go heel to toe. And they told me that I needed to go get surgery. I was gonna, rehab till basically March, and at March we were gonna then start doing, like real rehab and start running and everything of that nature. And I looked at these guys and I was like, okay, I appreciate your advice. I'm gonna go my way, and I'll see you in a few weeks. So, lo and behold, I came back 5 weeks later. I was running at full speed. I was cutting at full speed, and I was running over people and getting in the end zone. And all my orthopedics that I was working with were like, dude, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, just keep doing it because it's working. So, after all of this, I had no other choice but to leave the product because of everything it's done for me. And I just decided to work the business because why not? It was in the line of work that I was doing anyway. So if I could get the results that I was getting myself and actually give these to my athletes as well, then it was the best case scenario. So now I have all my athletes on it to maximize results. And at the end of the day, like all my guys are winning. Their bodies are changing, and everyone that I put the patches on loves it. So the biggest takeaway from this is like you feel the results, you know exactly what you're getting. And whenever you get to tell people what you're feeling and everything you're going through, it just makes it that easy to share. This is a life changer. I don't know how else to explain this to you, but it changes your life. And if it's that easy and it is that affordable of a price to change someone's life, it's a no-brainer.